Well, gamers. 2022 is looking good. You got a second YouTube video from Wybot. And guess what? It is of Vanguard. Yeah, I know. Who would have thunk it that I play Vanguard? Now, look, peeps, hope you enjoyed the intro there. I do play Vanguard. I don't stream it because I don't get many views on streaming and I get very bored with Vanguard very, very quickly. But I like to keep up to track on it because this game did have potential. Like all the Call of Duties of recent, they had potential, but they feel to be rushed and a bit lackluster. I do have some fun moments, and when I first started playing this game, like all the other CODs, I was pretty SHIT, but now I find myself doing all right. Now, I start off with the PPSH, and it's not a bad gun, but then I switched to the automaton and the one which came with the latest season pass. Peeps, I suggest you get it, and all you change on that latest one, the neutral gun, whatever it is the lengthened bullets, and trust me, you'll see I'll go off. I get the highest kill spree I've ever had in Vanguard in this game. So as you saw like in the intro, you also saw I like the smaller maps of Vanguard. The mini-map Mayhem they had the other day, I streamed on that. I do stream on Facebook, coming up on the screen right now, the link. But I just want to say, Vanguard should be better with smaller maps. With smaller maps like maps this size, it ain't too bad. On the bigger maps, every mofo kid just camps and the skill goes. I don't think it is a great Call of Duty. I don't think it's great at all. I think Cold War and Modern Warfare shite all over it, but that's my opinion, and I haven't played the campaign at all. But you're probably wondering, what are you going on about the title, Wybot, that, Activision doesn't seem to thank I haven't even thought of the title yet, the pro players of the CDL. Now, it's been brought up by Optic Hex, Crim6, Aches, you name it. The people that, I will say this, have added to the community and made this game made Call of Duty the success that it is today, even though this one is down by 50 million sales. 50 million sales, holy shabezus. Anyway, so what happens is they ignore the CDL, the Call of Duty League. They don't release the game with a league play straight off the bat, which league players have been asking for ages. And what happens, and Hex has quoted it himself, he goes, what happens is they get the initial Christmas rush, and that's why they hold off on the Call of Duty League, and they purposely hold back on the Call of Duty League to start off in January or late February, so it brings up fashion again, and there's the Call of Duty players, and they're scrimming and they're streaming, that brings it back into popularity, and people like their favourite team, like Optic and all sorts of things, their favourite players, and they get back into it, and they buy the game and start playing from there. I'm guilty of that myself. But that is really shit. Now, I am not going to lie. The Call of Duty community is it's out there. Wouldn't say it's out there as the Gears of War community. The Gears of War community is broken, as is the game. And the game itself is, like Gears of War was broken, but the content makers and the people who still use it and play it here and there are pretty on a different level. I mean, Nick Merckx came from the Gears of War community, so there you go. Nick Merckx is a classic example of a professional Gears of War player, stable one. He's probably one of the only few that is stable. The rest of them are quite out there. I'm not going to lie, they are. I can speak for that for the Gears of War community. Just look at some of my old YouTube videos talking shit with the gang. You'll see what they're like, and they are more weirder and eccentric than any COD community. I can tell you that now. But in saying that, the pro Call of Duty players that add a lot of content or add a lot to the scene and to the game in general are absolutely entertaining, amazing, talented, and great to watch. If you don't believe me, just watch your space. If you don't know who Optic Scumpy is, well, for starters, just switch your Xbox off and don't bother playing Call of Duty anymore. I'm being serious here. Optic Scumpy is probably the best, if not the best ever Call of Duty player of all time. Not to mention his great YouTube videos. His boss and guy who finally got him in, Optic Hex, is the reason why YouTube has done incredibly well. He's one of the first people to work out you get paid per YouTube video back in the day, which he did clips. So did FaZe. So all from Call of Duty. PewDiePie from Call of Duty. Call of Duty and YouTube. I mean, YouTube owes a lot to the Call of Duty community. But the Activision don't tend to take it that way. But then you want to look at people like Crim6. And you want to look at them and how they can play better the league. Now, I am going to link into a video called The Flank. Now, I didn't want to like Optic because everybody does. You know, they're the fan favourite. I want to check out some of the other teams. My favourite Call of Duty player of all time is Clayster. You want to talk about unique and different character, that is the man that does it. Like, seriously, he is out there. But he's teamed up with Crim6 lately and all sorts of stuff, and he's a great player. Absolute beast. But I'll show you this video, and it's called The Flank, talking about the situation of the Call of Duty community at the moment. Now, in this video, as I just get the flame for it, this is where I get the most kills ever. Burn, baby, burn. I mean, they must have been bots. And by the way, this dude running away here, he must have been built out, must be covered in water, because he was the hardest of cooked like bacon. Like, seriously? Like, what? He's still alive? But I got him. As he's still running out here. The Flamethrower, one of the best score streaks I've had, score streaks I've had in the game. I actually quite like it. Anyway, I blew up. It's a great little podcast that Tommy Zuma does. Now, Tommy Zuma used to work for FaZe. Then he went to New York Islanders. And New York Subliners, sorry, not Islanders, New York Subliners, which is my favourite team. Jeez, I should know that. And what happened with Tommy Zuma, because he plays claw, he's ripped a tendon in his hand. And in the words of Crim6, before you busted your thumb up your ass, he no longer plays, he had to retire. Now, he did that and he's been calling up the Flank, which is an amazing team. If you like Call of Duty, it's the one to watch. He is very entertaining in his 12-hour streams. He's signed back with FaZe, by the way. Lovely guy, Tommy Zuma from New York. He's Italian, unreal character. In this video, they talk about the current state of the CDL and players who are getting $200,000 a year now but not putting in the effort on making content. And they've got to make content. And I agree with that. You've got to make content. It's one of the best things. All the people behind the scenes with MLG and Call of Duty is content creators that got it to where it is. Not many people would realise that Call of Duty had a professional scene if it wasn't for Nadeshot and Scumpy. 100%. So when you have this video, you got to see the characters in there. Crim6 is in there, everybody's in there, and it is hilarious because you got Face Sensor. Now here's another one, Face Sensor. You want to hear about his funny story? You know the famous Mexican weather girl with the best ass, Yanette Garcia. He saw her, messaged her in the DMs, went to Mexico, hooked up with her and brought her back to America. Yes, a Call of Duty player, built like a brick shit house. He had some funny videos. In this video, he goes off. It is one of the funniest videos I've seen. All characters are talking the way they are. And look, you just have to watch Crim6 at the moment and the drama behind New York Subliners. I mean, it's pretty bad, people. Like, it's I like them. They're coming back good. But it's interesting to see. And these people are extraordinary. The longest I've ever played Vanguard was 3 hours. And I've not been the same since. These guys have to do it as a sport. And they have to learn it and play it every day, and they can't stream or play anything else. And it must be so bad for one's mental health, let alone their thumbs. Now, Tommy Zuma came in from Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, so no wonder he busted his thumb up his ass in the great words of Crim6. But I do have to agree, Activision, you owe a lot to the CDL. You need league play straight off the bat, because it is a completely different kind of game. It brings out a better player. You need a proper game that launches properly. You need consistency, and they do need a players' union. And it's gone from a league that made a lot of money for Sony and Microsoft back in the day to now a league has got into. I think you need $24 million US to get into the league. So it's an interesting league to watch and get into it, people. A lot of people don't even realise who's who in the game and so forth. And you should, because you're never bored watching it, particularly Crim6 at the moment, referring himself to as Fat Man. Clay say, yeah, he's been benched, and it's really sad to see what's happened to Clay. He's an unreal player. He's playing in challenges at the moment, which is streaming, and that in itself is amazing. But to get these people, Boston Breach had just started up the beginning of the season, and they're coached by an Australian player, Benz, who was on Paris Legion last year. And that's why I got involved. There is Australian influences over there, and there's a growing thing in the esports. And while they're all talking about this, in our country, we're talking about having esports in the Commonwealth Games, the Olympic Games. So, you know, esports, I mean, is it a sport? I don't know. If you're busting your thumb up your ass, as Crim6 says, then it is a sport. So tell me what you think in your comments down below. Do you follow the Call of Duty League? Do you follow any of the pro leagues? I mean, look at CSGO. Phase 1 again, congratulations. But that's been around for years. You got Valerian down at the moment. You've got all these leagues playing PUBG, all that kind of stuff. Halo, which, you know, that's a different story in itself. But all these games, they do generate and they do help the popularity of competitive games to grow. Apex Legends, by the way, people, the trio was won by two Aussies and one Pommy guy. They did a Stephen Bradbury. The other teams wiped themselves out, but they won $1 million between them each, 140,000. I think US, they won each of them, and it's great to see two Aussie players out there. So there is potential for Australians to get better through sports leagues, and it does help. I guarantee you, Titanfall had a better league, and if Gears of War had a slightly better league and was markedly better, things would be doing a lot better than they are. You watch Halo, the next major they have, which is on YouTube and live, and you got people playing here and there, and Formal goes back in. It's going to take off. You watch. And that's what I'm trying to say. Activision, 343 Industries, hell, even Bungie, they should acknowledge of what esports and competitive gameplay does to the gaming franchise. And I think, and I know for a fact that Activision has been rather lackluster, particularly in the last 2 to 3 seasons, on where this game is going. They started well with Modern Warfare, but they just went bumhill from there and really couldn't give, in my terms, a tinker's cuss where it went. And that's really bad because it brings them a lot of money into their pockets. You know, the CDL packs, the little stickers, you know, the player signatures, which I got in this gun. I mean, it could be Clayster's last year playing as professional, and I bought the sticker, and it's on the gun as we see. So it's important. It does raise the money and keep interest. And when you play rank play, everybody knows who all the CDL players in rank play. It's just the connection's not the best. That's because we've been in Australia. But people, frag and tag. Tell what you think in the comment section down below. The next video I might do, which will probably be another week or so, is going to be of probably Cold War or Modern Warfare or something else. I don't know, maybe Halo. I do stream Modern Warfare more regularly because I get way more views than that on Facebook. Click the link down below. I'll share all my socials down there. I'm more active on Instagram than I am Twitter. I share a lot of stuff on Twitter, but I don't really comment too much, but I might have to link them all together. But frag and tab, be good to those that own you. Always keep it positive. Oh, yes, and Stubbs, by the way, mate, I appreciate you reaching out, and I know I didn't comment your last YouTube video, but I'll comment it again so you can watch this one and get your yearly dose of Ybot, plays like a bot. Stubcast, link your channel in the description and your podcast. Very good stuff. One of the first people ever to interview me. It's a great interview. Back when we were in the bushfires. So, as you can see, the automaton, get into it. I do enjoy it here and there, Vanguard, but I don't really stream it because why? It can be boring as F. And it's just, you know, people play objective game types, but they don't get into the objective, the objectiveness of it. And it kind of like drives me up the wall. It's kind of like, what's the point of being an objective, playing an objective game, mate, if you don't play the objective? I could do a video on that. I think I have multiple times, but anyway, but like I said, this is Das House. I do well in Das House. Other maps I don't do too well. I do like Domed and Hotel though. I do like Hotel. Hotel's good. Domed, I don't mind. But this one and Shipment, I tend to do quite well. So frag and tag, that is the end of the match. We won. You got to see the highlights and see how many kills I got and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my spiel on the Call of Duty franchise at the moment and why Activision is really, let's be honest here, treating with a little bit of disdain in the whole scenario. And that's look, how did he get the best player of the game, eh? Like seriously, dude, like you know, even that's a bit out of whack. I like when you just look, you shoot him in the ground. Oh yeah, why is he saw the other clip with the champagne bottle? I don't drink, but you know, that's probably why you shouldn't drink, because you smack people on the head with a champagne bottle. Frag and tag, let me know if you still play this game and on what platform you play it on. And be good to your mum, be good to others, and always when you're playing a domination, go to Cap B, because trust me, when you don't, that pisses everybody off. So until I do the next video, which I'm in the mood to probably do one next week. This is kind of fun doing it this way. I hope you enjoyed the video. Smack the like button, comment, subscribe, and please chuck a follow over to my Facebook page where I stream regularly, because I want to get up to 500 followers on there. Frag and tag, be good to those that own you. Always keep it positive, and I'll catch you mofos on the next Ybot commentary video. See ya.